Hello everyone, my name is Brendan Marr, that noise here is my ventilator. And welcome to Page Turners They Were Not, my Star Wars podcast. Today I would like to continue cataloging the planets seen in the Star Wars movies. Today we come to the last new planet seen in The Last Jedi, and that is the mineral planet Crait. So let's jump right in. In terms of the story, Crait is where the Resistance headed following their hyperspace jump from Dakar. When the First Order showed up, the Resistance was able to escape, but unfortunately they were tracked through hyperspace by Supreme Leader Snoke's ship, as well as a fleet of Star Destroyers. At this point, when the Resistance made their hyperspace jump, they believed that the First Order was not going to be able to follow them. Now, Poe Dameron asks Admiral Holdo what their plan is. But let me back up just a little bit. So, when the Raddus, that is the name of the Resistance ship, and I believe the three other transports, make the jump to hyperspace, they believe that they are completely alone in the middle of space. All of that changes when Supreme Leader Snoke's ship and the Star Destroyers show up, having been able to track them. Kylo Ren then leads a TIE fighter assault on the Raddus. This is when Kylo ends up destroying almost all, in fact, he may have destroyed them all, of the Resistance fighters in their hangar bay, and nearly kills his mother by shooting the bridge of the Raddus, but chooses not to. His two wingmen, on the other hand, attack, and Leia is sucked out into space, and then through a bit of force power is able to save herself. But she's out of commission. Vice Admiral Holdo takes over. Immediately, Poe wants to know what their plan is. Now, a lot of people have wondered, why didn't she just tell him their plan? Well, number one, Leia demoted Poe after his foolery basically cost the entire bombing squadron their lives. Some bad strategy on Poe's part. So he was demoted. And also, Holdo makes it very clear that she thinks that Poe's hotshot behavior would only cause more trouble if he was allowed to go unchecked. And so she basically told him, just follow me, follow my lead, just obey my orders, and everything will be fine. Poe is an idiot. I think this is very clearly established. Therefore, he is not willing to listen. And when Finn and Rose determine how the First Order is tracking them through hyperspace, they find an ally in Poe, and then they come up with a crazy scheme to go to Canto Bight, find the Master Code Breaker, shut down the First Order tracker, so that they can escape. Their plan ends up working, but not working, and that would take a while to explain. Now, the question, I believe, should not be, why didn't Holdo tell Poe her plan? The question should be, why didn't Poe, Finn, and Rose tell Holdo their plan? Nobody seems to question that. I think that some fans forget you're not supposed to like Poe in this movie. You're supposed to think he's an idiot. It's a subversion of expectations. We start on Poe's side because it's Poe Dameron. He's handsome and charming and all that stuff. But then it flips it and basically tells us, no, he's an idiot. So they should have been the ones to tell their plan to Holdo. She eventually learned their plan because Poe told her, but he told her at a really bad time. So anyhow, let's move past that. Now, some people think that Holdo didn't have a plan, and she actually did. The plan was to get the Raddus to Crait. Because on Crait is an abandoned rebel base they could use to send a signal to their allies. And so they get to Crait. Unfortunately, DJ betrays Finn and Rose because they're captured. And he chooses to broker a deal with the First Order. Unfortunately, this leads to the destruction of most of the Raddus's landing transports, and the Resistance forces are whittled down to almost nothing. And then we get to Crait. Holdo rams the Raddus into Snoke's Star Destroyer, basically getting the fleet out of the way. But Kylo Ren, after the fight in which he murders his master and rejects the light side yet again, orders the First Order's forces down to the planet's surface to destroy the Resistance once and for all. The Resistance sets up shop in their base to hold against the First Order. They, of course, go out in those ski speeders. There's the big battle. Luke appears and saves the day, and the Resistance is able to escape to fight another day. So that's pretty much the story of what happens with Crait. So let's talk about the planet itself. Crait, as we know, is covered with this layer of white salt over red soil. It makes for a very astonishing visual. The color is just brilliant. There are some interesting creatures. Those they're called Voltexes. Those weird little crystal foxes. And those are kind of neat looking creatures. And of course, during the chase scene with the Millennium Falcon, we get to see what Crait looks like under the surface. It's got these red crystal formations, which are absolutely beautiful. I would not want to live on Crait, but I would like to go explore the red crystal caves, which are absolutely gorgeous, I think. And by the way, the real world location when they filmed this was in Bolivia. Salar de Uyuni, which is the world's largest salt flat. It's in Bolivia. That's where they filmed some of the scenes. So, Crait is a pretty... There's not much there. There's a couple of animals. And it's really kind of a barren waste. But those crystal caverns are amazing. So as I said, I would not want to live here. I would like to explore the crystal caves. I would like to hang out with the Voltexes, because they're kind of cool. But it really is an important place in the story, because this is where Luke Skywalker... This is what amazes me. Luke Skywalker saves the day by rejecting violence. You realize, of course, Luke saved the day by rejecting violence in Return of the Jedi when he refused to kill his father and refused to turn to the dark side and give in to anger. He did the same thing on Crait and saved the galaxy. Yet again, he allowed that spark of hope to exist. The Resistance were able to escape. We will see what their conditions are in The Rise of Skywalker, as the Resistance has been whittled down to a very small number. They were all on the Millennium Falcon. That's all that was left. I have a feeling Lando is going to have something to do with helping the Resistance get stronger. And for all we know, he may have been one of those allies that they were trying to get a signal to. So Crait occupies an important place in the Star Wars galaxy in terms of its importance to the overall story. It is here where Luke Skywalker was the spark of hope that the galaxy needed. And because of that, the Resistance members were able to escape and will hopefully be able to save the galaxy from the threat of Kylo Ren. So those are my thoughts on the planet Crait. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Brennan Marr. That noise you're hearing is my ventilator, and thank you for tuning in to Page Turners They Were Not, my Star Wars podcast. May the Force be with you.